Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Stirling Hill. My name is Rena. I'll be your tour guide today, okay? We are going to be going into the mine. You're going to see a lot of cool things, all right? Now, behind you are ore cars that were actually salvaged from underground. And I'm going to show you how those work when we get into the shaft station. Behind me over here is called a triple jumbo drill. See how there's like 3 little sticks coming out of it? Those sticks had drill bits, and so it was used to drill into the wall in front of the miner and the ceiling, depending on where he's going to do the drilling and the blasting. I'll talk about that in a little bit. This piece of machinery ran on compressed air. All right, over here I have a yellow and black machine. Looks like the bumblebees that are attacking us. That actually is called an MCO, or front end loader. It uses to scoop or push the rocks underground in the tunnels. And that ran on battery power. Boys and girls, why do we use battery power or compressed air for our equipment? Any ideas? What happens in the wintertime if you guys have garages and your parents open up the door to get the car or truck out, right? What comes out of that exhaust pipe? Do you know what it's called? Gas. Pollution. Do you know the name of the pollution now? No. Carbon. The other one. Monoxide. You're so close, but not so close. Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas, guys. Shh. You can't breathe it, smell it, taste it, okay? We took over this mine property, okay? This was here when we came. Because if we look at the walls and the roof, guess what? The floor is uneven too. They don't want the miners tripping going into work or leaving their shift. So they put a nice smooth surface so that you don't have to worry about tripping. Now I'm on the side where the equipment comes through. You see the rails for the ore cars? They bring in equipment, tools, dynamite, whatever they needed. Now these doors that we just walked through are very important. You're walking through the side where the men can come through. I'm on the side with the equipment, right? There's no rocks or walls or ceiling or anything like that. Okay, remember how I said outside our mine is really, really, really safe? Super safe, hard rock. They're all good seats, I promise. Okay, boys and girls. Did anybody notice the sign on the door that we just came in? Yes. What did the sign say? I'm very proud of you guys. Yes. Look at the birds. Good water, I promise. You guys are cold? It was cold, right? Very cold. Okay, now, welcome to the shaft station. Our particular shaft is 5 compartments. Some months have more, some have less, depending on how big the production was, okay? Our first compartment is way over here on the far wall. We have a wall that we're going out. Behind it is a compressed air pipe going down under the miners use for their equipment. All right, there's this black cable right here that was used for electricity. And also that first compartment was a emergency levelway system, okay? Because in the next compartment, it's right here, that's where the man cage was. Remember that yellow staircase outside? Okay, that was located there. The reason why is it got stuck or jammed for some reason. The miners were only had to climb over one compartment to get to that ladder way. You would not want the man cage all the way over here and have a complicated jump. Lowest is the grizzly, but it's not a grizzly bear. Okay, grizzly. Actually, the miners had a very sick, twisted sense of humor. And if you think about why they made it that, you could probably figure it out. When the mine was open, this beautiful chain link fencing piping was not here. It was totally open. Look by your feet. See the rails for the ore cars, right? The miner would be standing back here, tipping the ore cars so the rocks would tumble into the open. Now the crusher, or grizzly, is kind of like your teeth and jaws, but instead of chewing up food, it's chewing up rocks, okay? If the rocks were small enough, it wouldn't do damage to the jaw, the tooth of the crusher. But if they're big, like the ones you see up top here, it could damage the crusher. So it's very important to have this grading system to keep the larger rocks from falling down. All right, that man's job was to break up those big rocks. And just in case you're thinking, oh my gosh, 1,000 feet, that's pretty darn dangerous. Look around his belt. See how there's a chain? And the chain is attached to that safety wire, and that protects the miner from falling down 1,000 feet to the bottom. Now, who wants to hear what 1,000 feet sounds like? 2.5. 2 3/4. That's okay. I forgive you. What? There's water down there. Boys and girls, when the mine closed back in 1986, they shut the water off, okay? So they're not going to run the pumps if the mine's closed. Makes sense, right? So that water that they were constantly pumping out of the mine slowly filled those 34 miles of tunnel, 26 levels, took 7 years to totally flood out the mine. So just in case you're thinking, well, it's not 1,000 feet, we're standing about 25 feet above the water line.
I think I got it on camera. I'm sorry. You get a pass for that. Hey, look at me. Look at me small.
All right. Now, they're not guns. They look like guns, but they're not guns, okay? These are called rock drills. Now, we have older styles going to newer styles. The oldest styles are the ones that have the sticks going between the floor and the ceiling. It's just little tiny diamond chips. Nothing worth money, but they're very, very hard. So this drill bit goes up the shaft, goes into the wall, spins around, and out comes a core sample. Okay, because this drill bit's hollow. When the core sample came out of the wall, the miner would then put it in a box here on the floor, however it came out. Because I know I can't see through rock, can you guys? No. So by doing this, they can see what's going on behind. And it was a lot cheaper to drill a hole 20, 30, 40 feet that way than blasting and drilling a tunnel 20, 30, 40 feet. It's a fault. There's a fault.
That's correct.
Now, there's two types of earthquakes. Really slow and really fast. And this is a slow one. You know that because the two parts of the earth were rubbing against each other back, you know, like this, opposite, and polishing it smooth. So what you're seeing is the smooth rubbing where the two rocks came together. Now, have you been noticing these little squares all over the place? Yeah. Well, you didn't think to ask me what the heck are they? They didn't come out of your mouth. I didn't hear it. Anyway, these little squares are the other way that the miners protected themselves. Okay, remember we were in the steel and concrete, and that was a long and expensive way? Well, this is the cheap and easy way. Nobody moved, that's why I have you positioned there. What you're seeing here, boys and girls, is this. Okay? What you're not seeing is this. Now, this is called a rock bolt or a roof bolt. If a miner found an area that was very unsafe, they would simply drill a hole. This would all go into the rock face. The end part would open up like a flower, and up to 20,000 pounds of rocks would be held. Okay, this is like a nail or a screw from the mine. Are you guys going back to 280?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So when you go through, if you're going through West Orange, through that rock cut, okay, you're going to see all these. And now you're going to know what the heck they're for. They're holding up the rocks so they don't fall into the roadway, okay? Now the miners... Oh, no!
Oh, I got it. Green.
All right, now look at the beautiful colors. There's greens, reds, and blues, and yellows. All right, my boys ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, boys and girls, pay attention.
Voices off.
All right, now, these two miners are going to be blasting a drift or a tunnel. These holes that you see in front of you, guys, these holes that you see in front of you are 9 feet deep. There's a stick of dynamite, a blasting cap, and these yellow strings of fuses. Would the miners be standing here if the blast went off? No. Would we be standing here if the blast went off? No. First of all, girls and women wouldn't be in the mine, and young boys wouldn't be working in areas like this anyway. But we wouldn't be here no matter what. So the miners would be down a tunnel, around a corner, far enough away that they don't get hit by the flying rocks or the concussion blast. Does anybody know the phrase that the miner said before the blast went off? No. I've had timber, I've had Darcy blows, I've had 4.